Hello everyone! Today I will show you how to write and format a book inside of Google Docs. Now, of course, you do need a Gmail account to access Google Drive and create a Google Doc sheet. So I will have links below for creating your own Gmail account if you don't have one yet, and also a link to access your Google Drive in case you're not sure about that either. So what I have inside my Google Doc right now is just 3 chapters from my published new adult romance, Lucid, and I'm just going to be using this text as an example. But if this were my actual Google Doc file, the first thing I would do is put in the cover, because I think that that is a really nice way to spruce up the Google Doc. Plus, if you're sharing it with other people, it's just a nice way to make it feel more official and a little less bare. So the first thing that I'm going to do is move this text down onto a second page. And since I am on a Mac, I am going to hit Command Return. And it gives me a little slice of a page up here that my book cover is going to fill. So next, I'm going to click Insert in the top left. And then I'm going to choose the first option, Image, and Upload from Computer. All right, now that I have located my cover image, it appeared in here very nicely. And the next thing I'm going to do is click on it, and I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, and you'll see why in a moment. So now that it's a little smaller, I'm going to go up to the left and choose the Center Align option. And then I'm going to click in the bottom right corner and hit Return. And under my book cover, I'm going to type Cover. And now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and do some heading formatting to my text, as that is very key to being able to navigate your document properly once you have enough of your book written, or you can certainly just do it as you go per chapter. So I'm going to highlight Cover, and I'm going to go over to Format in the top left, and I'm going to choose Paragraph Styles. Now I'm just going to stick with the basic styles that are built in, and for cover I'm going to choose Heading 2, and I'm going to click Apply Heading 2. So as you can see, it now changed, and it actually put it on a separate page. So I'm just going to do a little adjusting here to fix that. Okay, there we go. So now that I have cover and heading 2, you'll notice that it appears over here in the left under outline. And so this whole left side of the screen is going to be our navigation panel. And it's going to be really important as to how we structure that. So for chapter 1 right here, I'm going to do the same thing, Format, Paragraph Styles, and I'm going to choose Heading 2. And I'm also going to click Enter just to create some more space there at the top. So now my cover and my chapter 1 over here on the left are lined up really nicely. And I'm going to scroll down to my chapter 2. And another way that I can apply Heading 2 to this text is to go over here to the top left where it says Normal Text and just choose Heading 2 from the drop down. And so that's just a really quick way to also access the different heading options there are. And next I'm going to scroll down to chapter 3 and do the same thing. Now, as you're working in your book, you might want to have this optional section down here, which I've labeled My Notes. And you can have notes on your characters, your timeline, major plot points, a one-sentence summary, your advertising blurb, simply whatever you want to put down here. Now, if you are sharing this file with other people, maybe you don't want your notes to be down here if you don't want them to know certain things, but it might also be helpful. So for the My Notes title right here, I'm going to apply Heading 2, And since this is a main section with a lot of subsections, I'm going to highlight characters and I'm going to apply heading 3. Now over here in the left navigation, you can see that characters is now indented under my notes. And you can do it with your other subheadings as well. So I'm going to do it to timeline and major plot points. And I'm also going to apply it to the one sentence summary and the advertising blurb. And as you can see over here, they are now all indented under my notes. That way you know that they are subcategories and not a main section. So as you can see, once you have a full book inside of Google Docs, this navigation over here is going to be more and more important as it will help you navigate through all your chapters, through all your notes with a simple click. And another thing you can add above my notes is simply bottom. And this is going to be really important when you want to start a new chapter. That way you can just skip straight to the bottom of the last chapter you did. And of course, I am going to highlight this and assign heading 2. That way it lines up nicely with my main headings over here. And let's say, I'm working on chapter 3 and I'm ready to put in chapter 4. I can just click bottom, skip right to the end of chapter 3, do a couple spaces here, and now write chapter 4 and get started on it. So I hope this video was really helpful. These are just some quick tips for how to format your novel inside of Google Docs. There's many other ways that you could do it, but this is a nice simple way to get started. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will answer any questions below that I can.